Hello guys. Well, this video is basically, for a fact, to say it has now been 10 years, well, come May, it'll have been 10 years since I finished school. Still mad to think that's how long ago it was. Still doesn't feel 5 years ago. Basically this is a talk about all thoughts that have gone with me, like all things that have happened with my life since finishing school. And of course you've heard some of it before, some of it's very negative. I've had loads of negative, tough times in my life. But yeah, basically it was 10 years ago I left school, and well, anything to do with school now, I absolutely do not care. Never cared about my grades or anything. It's like, well, all that is like, if nothing to ever worry about, like your grades. I'll talk further about that later. Yeah, basically 10 years ago when I was finishing school, I used to have all these dreams. I used to be so optimistic. I remember when I first left school, this didn't last very long, but I went to college to study computers, thinking I could end up being like Bill Gates. I used to always dream of buying everything, like, probably Lamborghinis, houses in Wynyard, you name it. But how you think when you leave school, you think, oh yeah, 10 years time, this'll be me, rich as, have my own house, own car, can't wait, I can do whatever I want. Fortunately, not everybody, life goes that way, and mine certainly hasn't. I mean, now I'm 25, well, I'm coming on 26. Yeah, basically when I was at school, I just pretty much, I never listened to the teacher hardly anything. I just dreamed about things to do when I was an adult. I could have lit a book pretty much, it'll have been a good laugh now called Things I'm Going to Do When I'm an Adult. Because I absolutely bloody hated my childhood. It was annoying things parents wouldn't let you do because they're worried about you, and just absolutely drive me mad. Yeah, basically, now I'm like 10 years on and I'm still living at home with my mum and dad. I've lived out my house once for 6 months, and that was when I moved away to go to university, but didn't end up going to university at that point. Yeah, and basically I have no car because I can't afford it. I have a job, but of course my job, it gets me money, but it's a good job, it's good banter where I work, nice people, but it's basically like no trade allowed. It's just get your money, but it's nothing what will ever get you a car, mortgage, visa for anywhere else. You wouldn't get any of that. It's just like a job what gets me money in the end of the week. I suppose it could be an Air Max trader and football money job and gadgets money job. Yeah, basically I used to listen to things my parents would tell me too much when I was a kid. Somehow I was absolutely brainless, and like for some reason I listened to my parents as much as they tried to persuade me, but well, I did listen to them but didn't listen to them. Like they'd like saying like, tell me go and do education, more education, which basically your parents are old people and they think education is so important, but it isn't. No matter how much education you've had, whether you've got a master's degree, university degree, or not even one GCSE, it never makes any difference, no matter how qualified you are of education. And like, any of my education certificates, I have only ever had to show about once, and that was my college, my GCSE certificates to get into college when I was probably about 16. That's the only time I've ever had to show any sort of like certificates. Like when you go to a job interview, the thing they'll never ask to see is, unless it was something very important, like for example you're going to be a doctor or something, but never ask to see like your certificates for anything. I mean, of course, no, that doesn't mean you can just go lying. I mean, like, whatever grades you get and stuff, I've never put grades on a CV. So it's never been important to me at all. It's what my mum used to say to me when I wouldn't revise English at school. She would say, if that person has a C who goes for the same job interview as you, or someone who has the D, the person who gets the C would get it. Nah. Parents know absolutely nothing. Well, honestly, well they do, but not as much as I know. Or, to be honest, mate, all time spent in college, dropping out of colleges, universities, I sit here now and think, why the F did I even bother about that stuff? It's absolute bollocks. Basically, I think parents sometimes, well, don't think, no, want you to do that just because they'd be proud of when you do that, or want your graduation photo on the wall. But my parents, of course, never got any of that of me. Of course, I started uni but didn't complete, so no graduation photo for my parents. But yeah, proud parents, at the end of the day, unless your parents are going to give you a million quid for what you do, unless they promise you a million quid, basically proud parents are going are just well, typical parents. But yeah, it's no matter how old parents are. I know some parents who are the same age as me and they still get absolutely overly proud of the kids for a good behaviour certificate they get at school, and they get buzzing about like when the kids get took on for like professional football, not professional, like kids league football. Well, of course I would be buzzing for my kids if that happened, but that's something better to buzz about than the education, because that could be something better for them when they're older. Be honest, if I had kids and if they said to me, oh, I'd rather just go and concentrate on football and do my homework or schoolwork than any other stuff, I would basically say yes to them, because it's what they want to do. I mean, it's like, of course, if somebody manages to make it as a professional footballer, the only time any English is ever going to make any use to them in the adult life is probably to pass the Feely test for driving. That's about it. Yeah, basically, I sit here now and think of how much it goes through my head of like the bad thoughts of it all out and thinking, how on earth will I feel in 10 years time? I've of course made the video about my uni story a year ago, and of course I've changed my mind, as you can probably tell. No different. If anything, it's got worse. And I think, how worse will I feel in 10 years time? Sometimes I think, oh, one day would I probably end up being an alcoholic to just like take stuff off your mind? No. Don't anyone think of doing, just stand being an alcoholic just like because you're unhappy with something. But of course it happens to loads of people, like just start drinking all the time and like they split up with a wife or something just to take stuff off their mind. But no, it never turns being an alcoholic. And yeah, my life's pretty much at a total failure. I never achieve dreams or ambitions, except I'll probably achieve the 1000 sub one, as I'm only about 100 away now. I'll shut up now because my camera's about to run out of battery, and it won't make any difference of how many GCSE grades affects my life. Well anyhow guys, thank you all for watching. Please drop a like, subscribe, and goodbye.